What's up, weirdo? Welcome back to another video, or welcome to a video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shay. I'm a makeup artist and I love to do very eccentric makeup. So here's a detailed makeup look on a look that's inspired by Men in Black. And since we're getting into the fall season, we're getting into the season where people are going to want to be inside and watch some movies. So let's get into this look. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to join the family and to boost this post to other people who might want to see it, because we need to grow the family. And I know the family's kind of big, but the more the merrier. And the more people we have, the more community and the more exposure we get to people who are just like me and you. So love you, weirdo, and let's get into the video. One thing about me, you guys already know that I will definitely 9 times out of 10 draw a look. Well, as of lately, I've been drawing my looks before I do it because I need to see the look. And if I have a vision of the look, I can do the look later. And this look, I kind of been postponing for a month because of the simple fact I didn't think I could do it. Now, would I motivate me to do it on other people? No. Would I motivate myself to do it on myself? No. That's because I thought I didn't have the capabilities to do this, but y'all, this has surprised me. Once I started filming and once I started doing this, it was like, okay, I don't know why I doubted myself and why I thought it would have been harder in my head. I don't know why I thought it would have been harder in my head. The only thing I need to start doing is probably mapping out my actual face, because the references that I have, I feel like it doesn't really mm, it's like it's not on my face. Like it's not my eye shape. It's not where my brows end, you know? And I'm asking myself, do I need to make this bigger or smaller? And it's like it doesn't need to be bigger or smaller. You just need to adjust it to your face. And it's like, y'all, I don't know how to adjust this to my face. So yeah, that's just trial and error in everything. But enough of me yapping. Let's get into the look. I first started off dipping into the black in the Athena palette with the back of a brush and then buffing that out on the back of my hand and applying that only to the corners of my eye and then bringing it in a little bit. Not too much, not all over my lid, but just stopping halfway because we still need to put that white. And if I put the black and then put the white, it will mix and make gray, which is the color I'm not going for. I want the white to be very vibrant and I want the black to show as well. I didn't plan on blending it all the way to make a gray, so that wasn't in the plan. Now, I did the same thing with the white as well. I took it on the back of a brush, blended it to the back of my hand, and then applied it to my eye. Now, when I did this, I did both with a very fluffy brush. They were both dense, fluffy brushes, and that was helped me a little bit more. Instead of using a very fluffier or loose brush, you know, it kind of packed it in a little bit more and kind of buffed out the look a little more. Now, I'm gonna say this because I don't know where or when the footage stopped, but there is a piece of the footage that later on in the video you will see that my phone literally cut off and I don't have me making the UFO on the side of my eye. So that's why I'm doing this voiceover, because I want you guys to understand I did not stop filming right there. My phone storage got full, and yeah. Back to the look that I'm doing right now. What I'm doing right now is going back in with that white and that black and blending it in so much so that the black shows a little bit more, because both of my eyes were looking a little different, which isn't bad. I just don't like it if it's like drastically different. But if it's like a little bit different, it's okay. It's all right, I promise. Um One thing I struggle with is perfectionism, and I don't know why I think these looks have to turn out 100% how I drew them, because how I draw my look is not how it's going to come out on my face, because the way my face is shaped compared to the look, it's not going to be the same. Because my eyebrow literally has no ending, and if you see it close up in like real life one day, it has no ending. It's literally just brow hairs that just stop at one point, and it's very rounded. I don't have much of an eyebrow arch, which makes this a little bit more complicated to do. But overall, the look still came out good. Now that I'm gonna go in with everything, I'm gonna still be in that Makeup Shack palette until I feel like everything is set. As I said before, I think I don't. As I said before, I love the way the translucent powder works a little bit more, but I want to get like the Morphe, not Morphe. It's somebody who has a pure white translucent powder that I tried a long time ago. It's Laura Mercier. Oh my goodness, Laura Mercier. That one. If I get my hands on that one would be pretty perfect for me to use for this look. And if I ever do invest into that again, I would definitely make that purchase. Would it be the jumbo one? Yeah, because that mini one, I don't know too much about. That's too little of a product. I think it's like $15, $16. And I don't know. Something like that. But along those lines, I would have tried that instead of, using what I did. Once I get to the UFO part, I did have to use the smallest brushes possible. The reason why I did this is because whenever I did it on my hand and I practiced it on my hand, the brushes that work better were the thinner, smaller brushes that I use for every detailing that I do on my makeup looks. And if you look back on my Instagram, I used to do these graphic liners with water and eyeshadow. And these are the brushes that I would use for my liner. And when I went in to do the UFO, the part that scared me the most was the body of the UFO, because I could not use a lot of the black or dip back into the black, because of the fact that if I put too much in one area, it is going to smudge everything. The black's gonna mix with the orange, and I don't want that. So later on, you're gonna see me use orange. But right now, what I am doing, oh my goodness, get it out. What I'm doing is just going in with that brush and buffing everything to the middle. And if I need a little bit more, I'll use a little bit more. And since I did my base before this, it kind of helped me out a little bit, because my base is very matte. And whenever I use this Athena palette on my face, it kind of dries up a little bit. Not too much, but like a little bit. And enough to where I don't have to worry about too much oil, but I still have to be cautious of the oil. Right here, you're gonna see me mess up, and that is because I forgot to draw the bottom part of the UFO, and I really had to go back into that image and look at the UFO. Well, y'all, people make mistakes. Just get a little Q-tip and wipe it off if you mess up like me, and redo it and redo what you were doing. It's okay. We all mess up, and it's okay. It's all right. Just as long as you know how to fix your mistakes. That's it. Since this is the part that got cut off, I'm gonna tell you guys what I did. Basically, after I got done with this part drawing the bottom, I went in and buffed out the ray that's gonna be picking up the person, and I buffed it out with a clean, fluffy, angled brush, and then I drew the person on to the bottom, because I did not want, I did not want my shades to match, as I keep saying. Now, when it came to me connecting the liner, the problem that I had was I drew it too low. So you guys are going to see it on the picture, and it looks like it's up in my brow, but now it's like down. That's because my brow is like long with no arch, with like no ending. So I don't deal with that too much, okay? Then I went in with the back of a brush, specifically the liner brush that I use, and dipped it in that orange just to make like the orange dots on the UFO. And yeah, that's basically it for the look. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tell me what other looks you guys want me to do. And thank you guys for staying for the rest of this video. And I love you, my weirdos. And stay tuned for next week.